daily. The faculty director guiding, the overall research direction coordinated with faculty. So I'm here to briefly give an overview of our institute. So what's our vision, right? The institute want to be our leader in the cybersecurity space. I'm sure because first AI, right? So today the AI landscape changed a lot, and there are threats, for example, deepfakes, and also cyber criminals using AI as a tool, right, to launch attacks. So in our institute, we wish to be a leader in cyberspace space, and in the research, not just in traditional cyberspace, but also in AI. Of course, as a university organization, we promote the research benefits society, and of course our economic growth and so on. And we have three pillars in our institute: education, research, education, and partnership. Actually, yesterday, Joe made a nice slide about our three pillars. You can see in our research, right, we focus on critical infrastructures, for example, like automotive, smart grids, and healthcare. So it's huge as a data center, huge research in that space. And we have both AI security, right? So if you noticed last week, our president launched the initiative of AI Hub. We will have 100 faculty presentations as well. So AI security is huge there. Education, Julia later will more on that. Partnership, essentially, we would like to work together with you guys, to build more secure people landscape. And so this institute is initially it's under the Office of Research at the university-wide institute, and later we become college-wide institute. And we have about 40 to 50 faculties, so specializing in different fields. Here to show you, the home department of our faculties. Myself, I come from computer science of engineering, and we have background like ECE and industrial engineering. Most of them, I think, from cardio engineering. That's why our institute is home-based at cardio engineering. And we also have faculty from psychologies, law, and so on. So this is show you, who are our faculties and where they are. So what's the research focus? As I mentioned briefly, the foundations are, if you look at from hardware. This is like a stack, right? You look at computer systems. You have hardware, you have software, you have applications. So for hardware, like I mentioned, we have like faculty from ECE department working on the hardware. Hardware, lots of CPUs. Today we look at GPUs as well. Those people with AI workloads run on GPUs. In the software stack, like traditional system networking. But meanwhile, today's another foundation is LLM, right? Foundation models. So we also have faculty looking into that space. Then on top of that are those like, hey, for specific fields, maybe some folks focus on privacy, data security, AI security, and then at the top are those specific, domains like healthcare, agriculture, and so on. So that's pretty much, if you say, hey, I'm looking for expertise in some particular domain, those are the ones we have. And on the scroll on the right are those, our sponsors. You can see from the federal government, DoD, as well as industry partners. So here, just in terms of our I'm here to talk about research. So hey, what are the research projects we had, right? What are our sponsors? So this one is our snapshot of from last year. So we have funds from NSF, from DARPA, and from also foundations. You can see work on different topics. On this on the right are those the products. The one I feel very proud of. The papers we published in the top values cybersecurity. So next, I'm going to hand off the floor to Julia.
Sure, thank you. So as one of those pillars is education, and we can actually flip slide decks here. Okay. Hopefully that's a little easier to read on that one. So at a large R1 institute, we have excellent PhD programs, and so ZQ is one of faculty who works with our doctoral students and at the, I'll say, the highest / deepest levels of research. But I'm excited, and I want to spend a minute to mention that we do have an online master's starting in January. We've had these master's level certificates and master's level courses offered online for about a year now, a couple years now. But what if we take these certificates, stack them together, kind of wrap it into a full master's degree? And that process took some time to get approved, but applications are now rolling in, and our first cohort will start in spring semester, so January 2026, for this master's in cybersecurity and digital trust. It is engineering focused. Both computer science and electrical engineering have a play in it. We're looking to grow this in the future, though, into cyber law and policy, and offering students a chance to mix one of the technical tracks with law and policy. But that's not here yet. We have also students that are focusing in cybersecurity at OSU. I hear a lot of high school seniors and college freshmen say, "You don't have a degree in cybersecurity." No, it's not called cybersecurity. We have a degree in within computer science or computer information science, where they can focus on information and computational assurance, and that is really software security. And so we have to explain this to students to look for that language. There's also an information security program, both a major and a minor at Ohio State. Information security, yes. If you're looking for cybersecurity. So we have different flavors happening and are working to get the messaging right to our prospective students. Another exciting piece of news that happened since last time I saw you, if you were here last year, is that ICDT is now a course offering unit. So we can create our own courses under the CyberSec title. Hey, now we have some cybersecurity courses. We always have, but our students will, our existing students will see some of this in the catalog going forward. We do have a new course starting this spring called Social Engineering, Cybersecurity 2111, Spam Scams and Saving Your Assets. I'm giving a shout out to Roland right now, who created this course. We'll be teaching online. Hopefully it will be approved for Gen Ed status too. So anybody at the university, no prereqs, anybody can take a cybersecurity, social engineering course and get them closer to graduation. So this is a big thing for us. Also part of what the Institute does is this community connections. And so some of that is events like this, and bringing you together here, bringing folks that we want to speak here, also bringing you into our classrooms and into the student clubs. But another part is this national phase. So at the Institute and Ohio State, you and I, we work with, we now have a Cyber Core Scholarship for Service program. So this is a full ride program for the students that are in CSE, who qualify, who get selected, highly competitive. For BSMS, which is our accelerated master's program for undergrads that they graduate with their master's, as well as PhD candidates are eligible. We are, for those educators in the room, we are a Center for Academic Excellence in both cyber defense and now research. We are also have the Viceroy program, which is a scholarship program for any major. So students interested in adding some cybersecurity, hands-on learning and educational models, certificate test prep. U.S. citizens are eligible to receive funds for going above and beyond in learning. The United States Cyber Command has an academic engagement network nationally. We're also part of that, have opportunities for our students to go to the NSA, to participate in research paper competitions. We have a winning, actually one of our students this past year won other categories, so that's for that too. And then locally, very active with our Cyber Ohio, the Ohio Cyber Range Institute, we're a regional programming center, and work actively with them on student involvement, faculty involvement, and some of the future research and partnerships that they have. I'm going to save this promo for 3 o'clock when we have a little more other promos, but our massive CTFs. Just a quick shout out, we have an advisory board, and I do believe we're going to have actually one for sure, and probably 2 of these chairs will be open, so there might be, if you know an awesome advisor, I'd be happy to talk to you. And we'll get a little feedback here. Grab your phone. If you don't like QR codes, they're not safe. You can also just go to cyber.com on your browser. Just a few quick questions. 289-9092. Oh. I could probably make this smaller. Okay, Honor, can you come up? Yeah. Let's take this quick one with the first stuff. Honor here is, you probably got some emails from her. She's our projects coordinator. Liz, who was running around, you saw her as well. She is our events coordinator. Joel with the camera, he doesn't, yeah, he's in front of me. Our marketing communication specialist, and I'm also Felix is busy typing. Felix is our research engineer and also student mentor. So starts that now. So we're gonna pop into this real quick. Is this your first time? Oh, look, we got some repeat followers. So for those of you who are new, then basically you're over on campus and you have to park and walk and might be raining, and we thought, well, it was a beautiful space, but maybe it'd be a little easier here. So we're trying this out. Always looking for feedback. You get a survey after the event, like we actually read those. So we're trying to hear. We also have a little bit of a theme each year. So this time, a little AI focused. I was so hesitant. Oh, everybody's so sick of hearing about AI, but there's some great topics that said, okay, you sold me on it. So you're in for a treat with a lot of these presentations today. All right, second question. So people always ask me, when I prepare my presentation, who am I speaking to? Am I these like super expert professionals, or am I talking to students or the faculty? So it's a little bit of everything. Yeah. Thank you. About half of you are working the grind day to day. And you're taking your Friday to be here. Thank you. Thank you. One word. Last question. I guess it could be a word. Well, nobody wrote much. Collaboration opportunity. Oh, that reminds me to, so we left, there's these big glass, like window walls behind you, we left them out So that if you want, if, and what you need to take a conversation back there, a meeting, just need a break, you wanna walk around, feel free to get up, come and go. Come back there, come back here for some food. Only acceptable. All right. The speakers take note of the phone. Okay, one more thing, while your phones are out. Many of you are on our mailing list, and you'll know if you are on our mailing list, we email you maybe once a month, rarely twice. So we're not gonna bother your inbox, but we do have those little newsletters full of really cool information and opportunities. So if you're not on the mailing list, please sign up. And if you are already, this will take you to the page that indicates some of the categorical preferences. So in addition to just monthly newsletter, when we have things like the CTF coming up, which is open to everybody, or the research symposium, or guest speaker coming in, you know, out of state and here open to the public, this is the way that we would let you know. I'm sure not everybody has their own tab browser set to icdt.osu.edu and looks at our news every morning. Please do this. This Saturday's agenda is also on the icdt.osu.edu that is, and along on the web page is also a listing of who's speaking, some of their bios, more information on the topic. So if you are, you know, if you run out, do that. Yeah. You're at 3 o'clock. If there's something for the good of the order, we want to take time before that. So you'll notice that there's some tables out in the lobby. There's tables in the lobby that you feel free to visit. They're each going to have a chance to tell you what they're about. We have a couple students coming in to tell you about their organizations, about the like working. If there's anything else you need for the good of the order, please let me know and I'll put you on the little agenda there. And please stick around for this afternoon. We have even more student interviews coming. And that's a great chance for everybody to talk about your day and be each served.